This next video from TikTok shows a driver discovering something so terrifying in the forest that it made him fear for his life.
But they're everywhere. The more you look around, so I just...
We don't know how he stumbled upon this eerie scene, but as he did, he was horrified to find scattered bones and skulls littering the ground. While he was trying to process this chilling discovery, strange growling noises echoed from the darkness ahead. It scared him to his core, and his nervousness quickly escalated. To make matters worse, he started hearing low, continuous whispers, laughter, and multiple voices. It was as if whoever or whatever was responsible for the bones was closing in on him.
Or like coyotes, but they're everywhere. So I just...
I have no idea what this guy was doing in the forest at that time, but one thing's for sure, he was in a whole lot of trouble. After watching this next video from an Indian driver, you'll think twice before stopping your car for anyone. As this driver makes his way down a desolate road late at night in the rain, he comes across a strange figure standing by the roadside. At first, it looks like a woman asking for a ride, but as the car gets closer, the figure's unsettling appearance is revealed. Its long, slender frame and bizarre features give off an undeniably eerie vibe. I don't know if this was someone genuinely in need of help or something sinister trying to lure the driver out of his car. What do you think? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. This video from 2021 is a prime example of why drivers are terrified of late night journeys, even on main highways. Did you catch that? When the video is slowed down, you can see a white-dressed figure running in the opposite direction along the roadside as the car drives by. According to the uploader, this was some kind of phantom caught on camera. Judging by its speed and sudden appearance, it certainly seems otherworldly. What makes this even creepier is the sheer remoteness of the road. There's no sign of any nearby locality, making the presence of this figure both confusing and horrifying. This woman thought she was... What seemed like a normal day for these construction workers quickly turned into a nightmare when they encountered an uninvited visitor. This video comes from India, where a group of construction workers were alerted that a leopard had entered the home they were working on. When one of the workers peeked the camera inside to investigate, it agitated the leopard, causing the animal to charge at them. The workers ran for their lives, but fortunately, everyone managed to escape safely from this terrifying encounter. Wild cats like these are relatively common in India, especially in villages built in or near forests. But just imagining what might have happened if the workers hadn't been aware of the leopard's presence really scares me to the core. Every once in a while, nature throws something at us so bizarre, so terrifying, it makes us question everything we know, like this alien-like beetle that was caught on camera. This horrifying creature you just saw was recorded by a group of fishermen, and the video quickly made its way to Facebook. In the clip, we see a man casually holding what looks like a nightmarish mix between a shrimp and a beetle. It has a hard armored shell and dozens of legs wriggling beneath it. But the real nightmare is that face. It has multiple eyes staring back at you. And if that wasn't creepy enough, strange tentacle-like appendages are sprouting from its mouth. It's the kind of thing you'd expect to see in your worst nightmares, yet this guy is holding it like it's some kind of pet. I can't imagine this creature being real, and I'm seriously praying that I'm right. Ever had that eerie feeling that something, or someone, was watching you from the darkness? Let's be honest, we've all felt it at some point, but we usually brush it off as our minds playing tricks on us. Well, this video might make you think twice about what's really lurking in the shadows. This next clip was recorded by a homeowner who had that very same unsettling feeling, like something was stalking him. At first, he thought it was just paranoia, but then he heard rustling in the bushes nearby. Grabbing his camera, he decided to investigate, and what he caught on film will chill you to the bone. In the video, you can make out a black figure standing among the bushes, completely still, as if frozen in time. One eye glows a sinister red, locking its gaze directly into the camera, while the other eye appears hauntingly humanoid. Its body is covered in pitch black fur, and its face looks disturbingly deformed, almost as if nature itself couldn't decide what it was meant to be. But the most unsettling part is that it doesn't move, not even a twitch. It just stands there, staring. Viewers who've already seen this clip are going wild with speculation. Some are convinced it's Bigfoot, while others swear it's a creature straight from the depths of hell. Whatever it is, one thing's for sure. It's up to no good. Our world seems divided into two camps. Those who believe in extraterrestrial life, and those who think the first group are just a bunch of crazies. But if you fall into the latter camp, I've got a video that might just flip your whole perspective in one go. What in the world was that? This footage comes from a guy in Nepal who's convinced he's captured undeniable proof of alien existence. In the video, we can see something glowing eerily in the sky. This glowing object seems to have a dark figure within it, almost as if it's using the light to fly or hover. But then things get even weirder. The glowing lights suddenly open up a portal, and that dark figure just vanishes into it, and the portal closes like nothing ever happened. And just like that, the video ends, leaving us with more questions than answers. Watching something like this, only for it to disappear into a portal before our very eyes, is beyond strange. Sure, this could be the result of some impressive video editing. But the quality of the video, along with how seamlessly that glowing figure fits into it, makes it tough to say for certain whether this is fake. Either way, it's definitely got me scratching my head. Humanity has evolved at lightning speed from the days when we were just another wild species roaming the earth. But when it comes to the elusive Sukumate tribe, it's like stepping back into the Stone Age. This video comes from an Indonesian hiker who stumbled upon something truly rare. Members of the Sukumate tribe wandering around inside a cave. In the footage, you can see dark, humanoid figures moving through the cave-like structure. These individuals are completely black and wear little to no clothing, looking like they've been untouched by modern civilization. Physically, they appear almost frozen in time, as if they've never evolved beyond the Stone Age. And here's where things get even stranger. They're wearing something on their heads that looks like helmets or masks, giving them an almost alien-like appearance. This hiker not only captured something incredibly rare, but he also took a huge risk approaching them. I mean, in situations like this, you never know when curiosity could land you in a cooking pot. Definitely not the kind of adventure I'd be signing up for. But wow, what a find. A group of construction workers were on a routine job in eastern Turkey when their shovel struck something hard. As they dug further, they unearthed the bones of a creature so mysterious, it's left the entire internet community scratching their heads.
Useful to science. No doubt it will be. The researcher responsible for determining the species of the creature says the skeleton will find a new...
This video was uploaded by YouTube news channel Inside Edition, and it shows what these workers found beneath the earth. In the clip, we can see what looks like a strange, dog-like creature, with a body that's somewhat familiar. But things start to get weird when you look closer. Its hind legs are much longer than its front ones, almost like something out of a dinosaur era, giving it a bizarre, almost alien appearance. And instead of hooves, it has sharp claws at the ends of its limbs. But the real terror is its head, which sports predatory teeth, sharp enough to send a chill down your spine. The workers handed this mysterious creature's remains over to a university for further research. And who knows what they'll discover about this long-lost beast. We can only pray. From a distance, some animals might seem friendly, even cute, like the kind you'd want to pet or feed. But trust me, there's a reason we call them wild animals. This next video is the perfect example of why you should keep your snacks and your hands to yourself. Talk about lucky. This video was recorded by a driver who captured a heart-pounding moment that could have easily gone wrong. You see a bear casually approaching a parked car, where someone inside decides it's a good idea to offer it a snack. Bad move. As soon as the man extends his hand with the food, the bear doesn't go for the treat. Nope, it lunges for his hand instead, even leaning halfway into the window to get a better grip. In that split second, the guy inside thankfully pulls his hand back just in time, barely escaping the bear's grasp. If he hadn't reacted so fast, let's just say tomorrow's headlines might have featured this unfortunate man as the latest victim of a bear attack. This was way too close for comfort. Let this video be a reminder. Never hand feed wild animals, especially those known for their aggression and predatory instincts. It's not worth the risk, no matter how friendly they may seem. We've all daydreamed about having a time freeze power, where only we could move while the rest of the world is stuck in a paused state. This next video takes that imagination and brings it to life.
It's grab time! What the fool? Why are they all not moving?
Captured by a farmer during feeding time, this video reveals something strange. As she calls her birds for their meal, something bizarre happens. They all freeze in place, as if time itself has come to a halt. You can see them standing completely still, with feed scattered around them, yet none of them are moving. The farmer is understandably confused, wondering why her feathered friends aren't pecking at the food right in front of them. Yet, amidst the frozen flock, one brave little bird is happily munching away, ignoring the stillness around it. What a weird phenomenon, my guess. Maybe the birds are playing dead, thinking the farmer poses a threat, or perhaps it's just another glitch in the Matrix. Who knows? Whenever I think I've seen it all, nature surprises us with something utterly unexplainable, like this astonishing ball of lightning. This captivating video comes from a store owner who was closing up for the night when something truly otherworldly unfolded. As he records the night sky, strong lightning strikes, but instead of dissipating like ordinary lightning, something extraordinary happens. At the end of the strike, a mesmerizing ball of lightning forms, flashing around the sky as if it's being controlled by an unseen force. The ball zips right and left, darting through the darkness with a life of its own before the video abruptly ends. Witnessing something as unpredictable as lightning transform and go berserk is nothing short of astonishing. Just imagine the thought of this electrifying phenomenon striking someone. That's pretty darn terrifying. Nature never ceases to amaze, and moments like these remind us of its incredible power and mystery. What do you think could be happening here? Rocks may seem like ordinary, unassuming objects, but some types can actually weld metals. Sounds wild, right? Well, get ready to have your mind blown because this video will prove it to you. These jaw-dropping clips come from Reddit, where they were posted under the title Burning Rocks. In the first video, we see someone rubbing a metal rod against a black rock, and as they do, flames erupt. The friction between the two creates fire, sending smoke spiraling into the air. It's a surreal sight. Who knew rocks could do that? But hold on, it gets even crazier. The second clip reveals another rock taking things a step further by generating arcs for welding. As the cameraman touches the rock with a piece of another rock, it sparks to life, creating arcs similar to what you'd see in a welding shop. It's like something out of a Marvel movie, reminiscent of vibranium stones from Wakanda. From my perspective, the second rock appears to be grounded to a metal plate, completing a welding circuit. But that first rock, I can't quite figure it out. It doesn't seem to be grounded anywhere, unless it's cleverly hidden from view. What do you think? Is it just nature showing off? Or are we on to something extraordinary? I absolutely love ring cameras. They're the perfect little sentinels that keep watch while we're all fast asleep. They record moments that seem unbelievable, just like this one captured by a home security camera. Did you catch that? This intriguing video, courtesy of a ring camera, reveals a nighttime scene that's been sending chills down spines. It captures what some folks are calling an Easter bunny. For a fleeting moment, a pair of ears appears on the left side of the screen before the video abruptly ends. And just before those ears show up, you can hear some strange noises that add an eerie vibe to the whole thing. Now, while many people are convinced it's an Easter bunny caught in the act, I'm feeling a little skeptical. To me, it looks more like a bug, and those ear-like appendages, well, they might just be its wings. What do you think? Is it really a whimsical creature, or just our minds playing tricks on us? There's something about the night that always carries a sense of dread. While most of the world is fast asleep, it's as if the darkness invites the unknown to come out and play. And every so often, that unknown gets caught on camera, just like this eerie encounter you're about to see. This footage comes from the quiet wilderness of northern British Columbia, where a home security camera captured something bizarre creeping around in the dead of night. In the video, you can see the shadow of a figure moving along the front wall. Nothing too out of the ordinary at first, until suddenly a hand slowly slides into view, groping around as if it's searching for something. The hand inches closer, feeling its way along the wall, and then, in one chilling moment, it finds the camera. before you can even process what's happening. The hand snaps the camera out of place, and just like that, the video cuts to black. Now, this could have been a would-be intruder trying to disable the security system, but here's where things get seriously strange. The hand had only 3 fingers, and these weren't just any fingers. They were massive, almost inhuman, like they belonged to some kind of giant. The homeowner has been left completely baffled, wondering what kind of creature decided to pay a visit to their doorstep in the dead of night. And trust me, it's not something you'd want to greet with the door wide open. For years, we've had movies painting pictures of what aliens might look like, giving us wild depictions of otherworldly beings. But lately, that imagination has been fueled by real-life videos like this one, captured mid-air by a skydiver. Did you catch that? This video shows a skydiver peacefully floating down with their parachute when something very unexpected happens. Just as they're descending, they notice something strange hovering nearby. They quickly pan the camera towards it, and what we see is bizarre. A humanoid figure, seemingly using some kind of jetpack, flying around like it's just another day in the skies. The clip captures about 30 seconds of this mysterious figure before it cuts off. Now, if you pause and zoom in, this thing looks even stranger. Almost like one of those weird pod-shaped unknown alien spacecrafts you see all over the internet. Whatever it was, it definitely wasn't your run-of-the-mill skydiving buddy. Honestly, if I were the skydiver, I wouldn't trust that thing floating around either. We've lived on this earth for thousands of years. Who knows what kind of bizarre creatures lurk in those unexplored depths? Well, this next video might just give us a glimpse into that.
And it snapped the fucking stick!
The footage you just saw was taken by a young boy who was out on a picnic with his friend at Hollingworth Lake near Rochdale. In the video, they stumble upon a strange lifeless fish washed up on the shore. Something straight out of a nightmare. It looks similar to a pike, but far more terrifying. This fish had a ferocious look with razor-sharp teeth, about 2 inches long. The boy filming claims the creature was about 5 feet long, though in the clip, it appears more like 2 or 3 feet. The boy, acting as our brave cameraman, uses a stick to pry open the fish's massive mouth, and what we see inside is pure horror fuel. This thing had a jaw large enough to swallow your arm whole, and those teeth, sharp as razors, look like something you'd see in a deep-sea nightmare. Honestly, I hope this was the last of its kind because I can't imagine something like that roaming around in our waters. If you are enjoying this so far, consider subscribing. It really helps me keep this channel going. A man bought a guitar from a woman at a garage sale, excited to take it home and play. But the moment he started strumming, things took a turn for the weird and downright terrifying.
Every time I strum, like that, shit like that happens every time I mess with this thing. Shit like that.
In this video, the guitarist explains the strange events that unfolded after he brought the guitar home. He pans the camera towards the instrument, which looks like a vintage 80s model. Completely normal, and at first glance, everything seems fine. But the moment he starts to strum, things get bizarre. As he plays, the lamp in front of him begins flickering like something out of a horror movie. He points this out, saying this is exactly what he wanted to show us. And it doesn't stop there. The more he strums, the wilder things get. The flickering turns violent, eventually knocking over a pencil holder on his desk. It's as if something is reacting to the music. Now, what's the deal with this guitar? Is it haunted? Or is there a restless spirit in his house that can't stand the sound of his playing? One thing's for sure, there's something eerie going on with that piece. For the Bigfoot enthusiasts out there, I recently managed to create a Bigfoot figurine that I absolutely love having as decoration in my living room, or gifting to some of my friends. If you would like to get one of these for yourself, check this link on the screen or from the video's description. There's a limited number of them. Snakes are already spine-chilling with their unsettling, slithering motions, but imagine one with 4 legs. Yes, legs, that can actually run. It sounds like the stuff of nightmares, does it? Well, believe it or not, this video will show you just that. Yeah, you saw that right. A snake with legs. This bizarre video comes from the Philippines, where a homeowner stumbled upon what looked like a snake with legs chilling in their house. In the footage, you can see this long, snake-like creature just lying on the floor. But here's the twist. It has 4 legs right near its head. It's like someone mashed up a snake and a lizard, and this little guy uses a mix of slithering and running to get around. Creepy, right? But don't freak out and start worrying about sprinting snakes taking over your yard. What you're looking at is actually a species of lizard called the long-tailed grass lizard. Their tails are crazy long, usually more than 3 times the length of their body. Oh, and good news, they're totally harmless. So, if one shows up in your backyard, no need to panic. As much as we're always cautious of land animals, we rarely think about the skies as a threat. But after watching this next video, maybe it's time to start keeping an eye on the skies. Especially if you've got kids around. This intense footage comes from Australia, and let me tell you, it's one of those clips that'll make your heart race. It captures a terrifying moment when an eagle swoops down and attacks a young boy who was hiking with a group on a mountain. In the video, you can see the eagle, wings spread wide, locked into full-on prey mode, charging straight towards something on the ground. When it finally strikes, we get the shock of our lives. It's a little boy from the group. The eagle latches onto the boy's back, attempting to lift him off the ground. Thankfully, the boy was too heavy for the bird to carry, but that didn't stop the eagle from trying. The other hikers immediately panicked and rushed to help the terrified child. And that's where the video ends. It's chilling to think that even a bird, something we usually admire from afar, can become a real threat. So if you're in Australia, you might want to keep a close watch on your little ones. But it seems like even the eagles are getting bold. Nature's got its own ninjas, blending in with their surroundings, some for defense, some for hunting. But trust me, none of them can hold a candle to the stealth of the gharial. This video, captured at a zoo, features a crocodile that takes camouflage to a whole new level. As the clip begins, you're looking at a peaceful pond with what appears to be a large black rock sitting right in the middle. Harmless, right? But then the cameraman dips below the water and our souls nearly leave our bodies as we realize that rock is actually part of a massive crocodile. It's like this monstrous creature was lying in wait, perfectly still, like a trap set for an unsuspecting victim. Meet the gharial, one of only 2 species in the Gavialidae family. It's instantly recognizable by its long, narrow snout, which ends in a huge bulge that, from above the water, looks exactly like a harmless rock. But that's not even the scariest part. Its elongated jaws are lined with rows of razor-sharp interlocking teeth, making its appearance even more terrifying. This croc is a master of disguise. And with that toothy grin, it's clear that nature has outdone itself in creating the ultimate ambush predator. While scrolling through the depths of Twitter, I stumbled upon a video that made me send a quick prayer to the universe, begging it to be AI-generated. Because if this thing is real, honestly, I'm packing my bags and leaving Earth.
Holy
This video was uploaded on Twitter, and it completely rocked the online community. What you see is just unreal. In the clip, there's this massive humanoid face looming in the sky, seemingly formed from dark, swirling clouds. And not just any face. This thing looks angry. Now, imagine being the poor soul filming this. Clearly terrified, and just when you think it couldn't get any worse, the video ends with these eerie, inhuman screams echoing from the sky.
Holy
It's the kind of thing that gives you goosebumps, even if you're just watching it from the safety of your phone screen. Thankfully, and let's hope, this video is most likely generated. Still, whether it's fake or not, this is the kind of footage that'll keep you wide awake at night, staring out the window just in case. If you got so far in the video, it means you're a dedicated viewer. Thank you. And if you subscribe and hit the bell button, I promise to keep posting these for you to enjoy. This next clip comes from a group of friends enjoying a night at the Santa Cruz boardwalk, where they thought they spotted a ghost. But when they returned an hour later, they got the shock of their lives.
No one's on there, is there? Okay, I totally saw someone with their camera.
In this eerie footage, we find ourselves under the cloak of night, with the girl group animatedly discussing their earlier sighting. As one of them pans the camera toward the double-shot ride in the distance, something astonishing happens. The ride appears to move on its own. But that's not all. Just as the camera captures this chilling scene, a faint figure can be seen sitting in one of the seats. It lingers for just a few seconds before vanishing into thin air. The girl filming, completely oblivious to the ghostly presence, only notices the ride's unexpected motion. Sure, one could chalk it up to a malfunction or maybe even a dry run, but how on earth can anyone explain that mysterious figure on the seat that just vanished? It's enough to send shivers down your spine. Strange indeed. Trail cameras are absolutely fascinating, offering a glimpse into places we can't always be. But sometimes they capture sights that are both chilling and terrifying, just like in this video. What in the world is that? This footage, recorded by a trail camera, reveals a small four-legged creature casually strolling across the frame. At first glance, it looks somewhat ordinary, maybe even like a fox. But when you pause the video at just the right moment to catch its face, everything changes. In that moment, it transforms into something nightmarish. Those horrifying human-like features seem to stare directly into your soul. It's enough to make your skin crawl. With its evil, piercing eyes, a nose, and a mouth that evoke images of a demon-faced dog, or perhaps even a chupacabra, this creature raises a lot of questions. Sure, it could be a case of camera distortion, but come on, look at those eyes. What are your thoughts on this eerie encounter? what do you think this creepy creature could really be? Evidence of extraterrestrial life is all over the internet, with countless reports of alien sightings. Yet, many of them seem fake or poorly rendered. But this one, captured by a homeowner, carries some serious weight. In this video, we witness a homeowner who notices something unusual in the night sky. At first, the camera captures a serene, clear night until the cameraman zooms in on a strip of flickering lights. This dazzling display features different colors flashing and moving in an almost hypnotic manner. It resembles the lights you'd expect to see on the edges of a flying saucer. After just a few seconds, these mysterious lights vanish into the darkness, leaving the viewer in stunned silence as the video comes to an end. The homeowner who uploaded this footage firmly believes it captures a genuine unknown flying object sighting. And honestly, it's hard to come up with another explanation. Some skeptics might say it could be Starlink satellites, but those don't have the colorful flickering lights like this. Whatever it was, one thing is for sure. Aliens definitely know how to create a captivating spacecraft aesthetic. A door swinging open from the wind? That's pretty normal, right? But what if it starts banging in the middle of a hallway with no breeze in sight? Now that's some horror movie level stuff, and this video captures just that. This chilling video comes from Reddit, showcasing the eerie encounter of two night guards in a dimly lit facility hallway. As the cameraman, one of the guards, walks toward the flickering lights, a constant banging sound echoes through the air. The tension builds as they approach the source of the noise, which turns out to be a metal fire hydrant cover box, slamming open and shut as if someone is forcefully manipulating it. Just as the guards get closer, the banging abruptly stops. They investigate the box, only to find nothing amiss. The video ends there, leaving us with a flurry of questions. Some might brush it off as just the wind, but trust me, I've never seen wind cause that kind of violent banging. And why did it suddenly stop? It's enough to make anyone's skin crawl. The internet is filled with countless cryptids, each more terrifying than the last, but one of the most bizarre and malevolent is the Skinwalker. This video captures what appears to be a failed transformation of one. Uploaded on YouTube by a user claiming to have caught a Skinwalker in action, the video starts with a seemingly normal horse grazing peacefully in a field. But as you look closer, something feels off. The horse's head bears the unmistakable features of a dog, creating a surreal and unsettling hybrid, while the rest of its body is distinctly equine. That canine head sends shivers down your spine. It's a strange sight that resembles one of those bizarre AI-generated prompts that mash up two animals into one nightmarish creation. Yet, the grainy quality of the video adds an unsettling authenticity to it, making you question if this Skinwalker just isn't skilled enough to pull off a proper transformation. This encounter leaves us wondering, what else lurks in the shadows, waiting to reveal itself? Sometimes, it's not what's right in front of you that sends shivers down your spine. It's what's lurking behind. You can see a figure literally manifest. A reflection from inside the house. It looks like an old man, maybe holding a child, or could there be two figures? It's hard to say. Could it be the spirit of the old man who died here? Some people think it's just a trick of the light. But those dark, unblinking eyes seem all too real. Could this be one of those black-eyed kids people whisper about? Or something more sinister? After this photo, the couple moved out for good. Honestly, I'd have been out the moment I heard those footsteps. This isn't just a reflection. There was something there. The question is what? And what could it have done if they'd stayed? Good for them for leaving. Deep in the woods, you'd expect to see trees, maybe hear birds. But what about hundreds of plush toys hanging from trees? This eerie scene looks like it's pulled straight from a twisted fairy tale. Imagine walking down this forest path and finding every tree with a stuffed toy on it. Plushies tied up, hung, or perched on branches. They all look oddly clean. No sun-faded colors, no signs of weathering, and the forest is silent, those button eyes almost watching you. Who put them here, and why? It's not just one or two, it's every single tree along the path. What is this? A strange offering, or perhaps a warning? It feels like the start of a horror movie. One thing's for sure, I wouldn't be hiking here. If I stumbled across this path, I'd turn around and run in the opposite direction. If you know what this is, let us know in the comments. This woman says she's been in this haunted house for 8 years. You'd think by now she'd either move out or get the place ghost-proof. What we hear is a constant banging echoing through the house. This ghost is seriously obnoxious. It's like it just wants everyone to know it's there. Talk about needing attention. The sound's coming from the kitchen. But when she finally gets up to check, it stops. Classic ghost move, right? Playing hide and seek with really bad manners. But here's the thing. 8 years and no harm done. Maybe this ghost is just annoying. If there is such a thing as a harmless ghost, this one might be it. We don't see anything, just hear the banging. Could be someone off-frame making noise, right? Let's dive into my biggest fear, deep waters. You see that? Something is lurking beneath the surface, and it's massive. All we can see are those scutes, bumpy ridges peeking through the water. Whatever it is, it's huge. Could be a saltwater crocodile. They grow up to 20 feet, after all. But even if it's just a croc, that's no comfort. It's monstrous, and it really makes you wonder, how much of what's underwater do we even understand? Water is easily the scariest element. Why? Because you never know what's below you. Every time you take a swim, you're rolling the dice. Seeing those scutes slicing through the water, yeah, that's enough to send a chill down anyone's spine. Whatever this is, a croc or sea monster, it's a reminder that the ocean has secrets we might never uncover. What we have here is either a brand new mutation or a fancy dress contestant from the animal kingdom. Imagine stumbling across this in the wild. You'd probably do a double take, right? It's like someone mixed a bird and a reptile and said, let's see how weird we can make this. It makes you wonder, what's happening here? Are these feathers a natural mutation? Or did someone stick them on as a joke? Or maybe this snake is adapting in a way we've never seen before. It almost looks regal, like the king of all snakes, flaunting its bizarre crown. Either way, it's unsettling. Snakes are mysterious enough, and now they're adding feathers to the mix. One thing's for sure, this snake is definitely one of a kind. Nature still has plenty of surprises up its sleeve, don't you think? Ever wondered what it's like to walk the edge of danger? Well, this man is doing exactly that.
Oh, shit.
Satan's Ridge is no joke. A narrow path with just enough space for your feet, with sheer drops on either side. One wrong step, and it's a straight plunge into nothingness. The wind is relentless, and every step looks like a battle for balance. They call it Satan's Ridge for a reason. This isn't just a hike. It's a fight against nature itself. Watching this guy walk, you can almost feel your palms start to sweat. What drives someone to take on something this dangerous? Is it the thrill of defying fear, or just the urge to test human limits? Either way, it's not for the faint-hearted. And look at those cracks. What if one of them gives way? Would you dare to step onto Satan's Ridge, or is this one thrill too far? Ever heard of a flash flood? Well, this clip will show you exactly what it looks like. You can see the water rise so quickly that he barely has time to react. He scrambles up a tree just in time, and within seconds, the area is submerged under 3 to 4 feet of water. It's almost unbelievable. A flash flood turns calm into chaos in the blink of an eye. This is exactly why water is so unpredictable. You could be standing somewhere perfectly safe, and in moments it becomes life-threatening. The sheer power and speed of the flood are awe-inspiring and terrifying. Always remember, the force of water is far greater than it seems. Don't ever think you can stand your ground or swim through it. This guy made the smart move getting up that tree. He's literally holding on for dear life here. What would you think if you looked up and saw this in the sky? It's almost too perfect, like it belongs in a science fiction movie rather than the real world. What could create something like this? A natural phenomenon, or maybe something out of this world? Some say it's just a rare lenticular cloud formed by specific weather conditions. But then again, the swirling center and the way it seems to glow, it almost looks artificial, like some kind of portal. Could this be a sign? Or maybe even an alien spacecraft hiding in plain sight? The more you look, the stranger it seems. It's no wonder the locals are buzzing. How often do you get to see something that looks like it stepped straight out of a sci-fi film? Is it just an unusual cloud or something much more mysterious? Let us know what you think in the comments. Imagine walking through the desert and suddenly seeing a massive crack splitting the earth beneath your feet. That's exactly what happened near Hermosillo, Mexico.
Lamentables hechos, pues aquí que se raja la tierra. No sé si sea por...
This huge crack appeared out of nowhere, stretching across the desert. Locals were shocked when the earth opened up, and even more so when they saw its size. It's not just a small split. This crack is massive, deep enough to swallow anything in its path. One rancher said some grazing animals were unlucky enough to be caught, disappearing into the ground. Just imagine, the earth suddenly opening up beneath you. It's like that scene from the movie 2012. Not a massive hit, but if you're watching our channel, you'd probably love it. Nevertheless, what caused this? A seismic event? Underground erosion? The crack looks like a scar across the landscape, a reminder of just how unpredictable nature can be. It's not every day you see the earth give way like this, and it makes you wonder, how safe are we if the ground beneath us can just split wide open? For the Bigfoot enthusiasts out there, I recently managed to create a Bigfoot figurine that I absolutely love having as decoration in my living room, or gifting to some of my friends. If you would like to get one of these for yourself, Check this link on the screen or from the video's description. There's a limited number of them. Imagine gliding across ice so crystal clear you can see straight down. Well, you don't have to imagine. This next clip shows you exactly that. This person is skating over the deepest lake in the world. Beneath them is Lake Baikal, the deepest lake on Earth, plunging to an astonishing depth of 5,387 feet. But here on the frozen shallows, you can see everything. Cracks, bubbles trapped beneath, and even the dark abyss beyond. It's breathtakingly beautiful, yet there's an edge of terror. One wrong move, one unexpected crack, and you're staring into what feels like an endless void. You can almost feel your heart rate spike as the skater glides smoothly, with just inches of ice separating them from the depths below. Skating here isn't for the faint-hearted. I definitely wouldn't take that risk. Would you dare to step onto this crystal clear ice? What happens when a deer thinks it's part of the herd? This next clip features a deer that's got some serious confidence.
Oh my gosh. Look at him strut.
It's almost like the deer believes it's one of the horses. Or maybe it just wants to convince the woman that it belongs. No hesitation, no awkwardness, just pure confidence as it blends in and follows the herd through the gate. Does the deer know what it's doing? Is it just after some food, or does it actually think it's part of the group? If it's smart enough to do this, what else could it do? What else is going on in that animal's mind? It makes you wonder, do they have memory and thinking abilities like we do? Whatever it is, one thing's for sure. This deer definitely knows how to play the role of a social chameleon. Sometimes, your eyes can really play tricks on you, especially late at night. This clip from a Ring doorbell might just make you question what you're seeing. If you only took one quick look, you'd be convinced. It's got to be a ghost, right? But here's where perception can fool you. On a closer look, you start to notice something different. The ghostly figure is more likely a bug, probably a cricket, perched right on the edge of the doorbell camera. It's amazing how our minds jump to conclusions. But when we slow down and examine it, the truth becomes clear. Just before it leaves the frame, you can see the distinct outline of a bug. But let's be real. Just because this one turned out to be a bug doesn't mean every eerie sight is so easily explained. We've seen some truly chilling things on this channel that defy explanation, and there's definitely more to come. Hang on tight. There's always more mystery waiting around the corner. Have you ever seen the ground and everything on it being swallowed by Mother Earth? Well, you're about to. It's incredible and terrifying all at once, watching the ground simply give way without warning. Heavy rains battered the area, and the Great Rift Valley is a tectonically active zone. Cracks, voids, and underground shifts caused the overlying soil to collapse, creating this dramatic sinkhole. It's amazing how something so powerful can just appear out of nowhere. One moment, it's stable ground. The next, it's a gaping hole swallowing everything. Makes you wonder, how much do we really know about what's happening beneath our feet? Not much, I'd say. And while this sinkhole might have a scientific explanation, it doesn't make it any less chilling. Remember how we said not everything on this channel can be easily explained? Well, this next clip is exactly what we meant. As the door opens, a face appears. Something straight out of a nightmare. It looks like Gollum, but far scarier. The moment the man sees it, he bolts, and honestly, who can blame him? What was that thing? It definitely wasn't an animal. It had a human form, but what kind of human looks like that and lives in an attic? And don't say it's staged or a hoax. After seeing this, I'd love to see someone explain it away so easily. The creature's face, those eyes. It's not something you'd expect in your attic. The banging, the way it appears after the door lifts. It clearly has no problem showing itself. Just watching it scared me. Now, imagine being that guy. What do you think? Hoax, or something much more real? Sometimes, the most unsettling things happen when everyone's asleep. This next clip shows something slithering through a front yard in the dead of night. It's the kind of sight that leaves you wondering if you've stumbled across something that shouldn't be seen. What could it be? A cryptid sneaking through under the cover of night? Or maybe it's someone who's had too much to drink or high on something crawling back home. Either way, it's unsettling. Seeing this makes you wonder, how safe is your neighborhood, really? Whether it's a cryptid, a prank, or someone having a rough night, one thing's for sure, it's creepy. What would you do if you saw something that looked like it came straight out of the Mummy movies?
Do you see that in the tree? Oh, what?
From different angles, different shapes appear. A teddy bear with a knife, a rhino, and finally, a bunch of demonic faces. So what's going on here? Is it something real, or is it just pareidolia? A phenomenon where our brains see familiar shapes in random patterns. The mind can be easily fooled, but this tree is still creepy. Whether it's something real, or just a trick of the brain, this tree is definitely unsettling. If I saw that in real life, I'd be creeped out for sure. This guy claims he's seen something extraordinary. Check this out. So, what do we have here? We see a white form emerge from the trees. It floats, almost gliding, then flies away, disappearing into the darkness. The homeowner claims it's an angel, and honestly, it's easy to see why. When slowed down, it even appears to have wings, moving gracefully through the night. Could it simply be a common fly, caught in the camera's glare, appearing far more mysterious than it really is? The white form, the smooth movement. Could it be a bug or something really worth looking into? So, what do you think? Angelic presence, clever illusion, or just a fly on an evening flight? Ever seen something in the ocean that looks more like a flower, but behaves like a living creature? This next clip gives you a closer look at some fascinating sea anemones. Sea anemones are incredible little creatures. They're related to jellyfish, and they're one of the most abundant animals in tide pools. What's even more amazing, they can self-replicate, meaning they can create clones of themselves. These intertidal creatures endure harsh environments. They're submerged underwater during high tide and exposed to air for hours during low tide. And they don't just come in small numbers. Anemones grow in clusters of thousands, covering rocks, making it look like a surreal underwater garden. Tell me Mother Nature isn't the greatest artist there is. We can't even imagine such wonders, yet nature conjures them up effortlessly. When Elon Musk created the Tesla, proving the existence of ghosts was probably the last thing on his mind. But this particular Tesla might just be doing exactly that. The Tesla's sensors pick up not one, not two, but 4 people walking right in front of it. But when you look ahead, there's absolutely no one there. It's like the car is seeing something we can't, a presence or several just beyond our perception. So, what's going on here? Could this be a glitch, or is the Tesla's technology actually picking up something otherworldly? The eerie surroundings, the strange figures detected but unseen. It all gives off serious chills. Tesla's sensors are top of the line, designed to detect the smallest of movements. But are they advanced enough to catch something supernatural? Could this be proof of the paranormal, right before our eyes? Whether it's a technical glitch or evidence of something far beyond our understanding, one thing is certain. It's terrifying to think about what might be out there, unseen. Nighttime often brings a sense of tranquility and peace, but beneath the quiet, you never know what lurking dangers can emerge. So if you hear something strange, resist the urge to step outside. It could be a trap with someone or something. The footage comes from a home security camera while the homeowner was fast asleep, blissfully unaware of what was happening right outside their door. In the video, we see the front of the house, quiet at first, and then we hear it, a strange, off-putting bark. It's like a dog's bark, but something's just wrong. It's almost too weird to pinpoint, as if it's trying to mimic a real dog, but missing the mark in the creepiest way possible. And then, the source of the sound makes its terrifying entrance. From behind the wall, a figure starts to peek out. But it's no dog. This thing has a twisted, unsettling appearance, with long webbed hands that seem all wrong for any normal creature, and those eyes, glowing in the dark, staring with the intensity of a predator sizing up its prey. You can practically feel its hunger through the screen. People who've watched this video are convinced this was a Skinwalker, a shape-shifting entity from legend, using a distorted dog bark to lure the homeowner outside. I don't know about you, but I've always been hesitant to step outside at night. And after seeing this, nope. I'm not even getting out of bed after dark. Not worth the risk of running into that. We've always been fascinated by the uncanny valley, the eerie feeling when something almost, but not quite, human becomes unsettling. Statues are no exception. This next video comes from a group of hikers who stumbled upon a massive statue of a king, carved entirely out of wood, deep in the forest. At first, it looks like they're just having a fun time, casually filming themselves with this towering figure. But then, things get weird. Really weird. Look at its eyes. The eyes seem to be staring directly into the camera. And as the cameraman moves, the eyes appear to follow him. It's as if the statue is watching his every move. Even when the cameraman shifts to the opposite direction, the eyes continue to track him. Now, whether this is some kind of optical illusion, cleverly crafted by the artist or something else entirely, I don't know. But one thing's for sure, this sight is enough to send a shiver down anyone's spine. That's the kind of scare that sticks with you for life. Are you one of those people who sleep in just shorts or boxers because it's so much more comfortable? If you're nodding your head yes, this next video might make you seriously reconsider that choice.
อย่าเพิ่งขยับนะครับใจเย็นๆใจเย็นๆใจเย็นๆโอเคพี่ค่อยๆพลิกตัวมาค่อยๆพลิกตัวมา
What in the world? This wild video comes straight from Bali. where something downright bizarre happened to a guy who was peacefully sleeping in his boxers. In the video, we see him lying frozen on his mattress, completely still, while another man carefully uses a hook to insert into his boxers. It all feels super strange. Like, what's going on here? And then, the hook latches onto something. And when it pulls out, it's a snake. Yep, you just saw that. A snake was chilling inside this dude's boxers. And the snake extractor calmly pulled it out. I can't even begin to imagine how he stayed so still with that massive snake slithering around in there. The fact that he didn't move and somehow stayed calm through all that. Man, that's intense on a whole new level. So yeah, lesson learned. Maybe think twice before opting for just boxers next time you hit the sack. It's the fear of the unknown that really messes with our minds, wondering what might be lurking just out of sight in places we can't see. And nothing amplifies that eerie feeling more than thick, mysterious fog rolling through the city, masking everything around you. This next video was recorded by an apartment owner who woke up one morning to find the entire city blanketed in a thick fog. At first, it just looks like typical weather. But as he continues recording, things get weird. The visibility is almost completely gone, but the creepiest part. The sounds coming from the fog. It's this haunting, deep noise, like something massive is out there, yelling. The fog keeps swallowing the entire city, creeping up over the buildings, and then, just when you think it couldn't get stranger, you see it, a massive shadow moving within the fog. And not just any shadow. This thing looks like something straight out of a nightmare, resembling Godzilla himself. You can actually see it moving through the fog, and paired with those bone-chilling sounds, it's seriously terrifying. What was that? Is the cameraman living in some kind of nightmare realm or what? Whatever it is, I wouldn't want to stick around to find out. If you are enjoying this so far, consider subscribing. It really helps me keep this channel going. Watching humans perform acrobatics is always impressive. Those insane balancing acts leave you in awe. But seeing an animal, especially a skunk, pull off something like that, now that's a rare sight. You won't believe the skill this little guy shows in this clip. This clip comes straight from Arish Canyon House's security camera, and it's definitely not your typical wildlife sighting. In the recording, we see the walkway in front of the house, all normal, and then a skunk struts into the frame. But wait, this isn't just any skunk. It's doing a handstand, yup, tail up in the air, walking on its two front paws, like it's training for the Animal Olympics or something. And it's balancing perfectly while walking like that. Totally bizarre. So what's up with this skunk pulling off such a weird stunt? Was it really practicing for an acrobatic show? Well, after digging around online, I found out the real reason. When skunks feel threatened, but don't want to spray right away, they give their potential predator a final warning by doing this handstand move. It's basically saying, back off, or you're about to regret it. So, next time you see a skunk pulling off some impressive handstand action, don't stand there and applaud. Get out of there fast. If you're a hiker or an outdoor enthusiast, you've probably heard whispers about the infamous tree spirit. Well, in this next video, One lucky, or maybe unlucky, hiker actually managed to capture what appears to be one of these mysterious beings. The video you just saw comes from a hiker who stumbled upon a bizarre sight. A tree that looked like something was stuck within its trunk. As the hiker films himself, you can see the tree in the background, and we can clearly notice there's something off. There's a bulge in the tree, and when the camera zooms in on it, things get even weirder. You can clearly make out what looks like a humanoid face shape with eye sockets, a nose, and even a mouth. But here's the creepy part. It's all deformed, almost like the face is twisted in some kind of agonizing expression. Internet sleuths have chimed in, and many believe this could be a tree spirit trapped in the wood itself. After watching this, I've got to say, I'm starting to believe them. Whatever it is, it's hard to shake off that eerie feeling that something ancient is watching you from within the bark. For the Bigfoot enthusiasts out there, I recently managed to create a Bigfoot figurine that I absolutely love having as decoration in my living room, or gifting to some of my friends. If you would like to get one of these for yourself, check this link on the screen or from the video's description. There's a limited number of them. Driving at night always requires extra caution, even on highways, because in those dark, eerie hours, it's not just other drivers you need to watch out for. Sometimes it's things that aren't even human. This next clip shows a driver's terrifying near-miss experience with something truly unsettling. This clip shows a driver cruising down an almost empty highway at night. The road is quiet, with only a few cars scattered around. But then, out of nowhere, something suddenly appears in the middle of the road, illuminated by the car's headlights. As the car approaches, you can see this thing walking right in front of it. Thankfully, the driver narrowly missed whatever it was. The video cuts out after that, but the encounter is enough to leave you with chills. What's especially eerie is that the figure looks like a small humanoid child wandering alone on the highway in the dead of night. People online are already speculating that it's a ghost child, but before we jump to conclusions, maybe, just maybe, it was an actual lost child. Either way, this video is unsettling and terrifying. Whether it was paranormal or not, I can't imagine the fear that must have gripped that driver in that moment. Growing up, I always had an uneasy feeling around mannequins, especially the ones used in store displays. There was something about their lifeless, creepy eyes that gave me the chills. And just when I thought I'd outgrown that fear, this video comes along. This footage comes from a homeowner who had been experiencing strange paranormal events in his house. In the video, we see him pan the camera over to a decorative mannequin head placed on a table in the corner of the room. Harmless, right? But then, out of nowhere, the head starts moving. It rotates toward the camera in the creepiest way possible. And those unsettling eyes, they lock right onto the lens, as if they're staring directly into your soul. As the cameraman moves, the head eerily follows, keeping its cold, dead gaze fixed on whoever's behind the camera. But it gets worse. As if those wide, hellish eyes weren't terrifying enough, the head begins knocking things off the table like it's got a mind of its own. Trust me, if you value your sleep, you might want to rethink having creepy mannequin heads as decorations in your home. You don't want to be haunted by a head ghost. This footage comes from trail cameras set up by adventure enthusiasts camping in the Canadian wilderness. The first trail camera, facing the distant woods, captures a tall, dark figure with a humanoid posture crossing the woods. It passes by, returns to inspect the camp, and then disappears back into the woods, peeking from behind a tree. Another camera, focused on the campsite and recording its rear, captures this mysterious creature peering and stalking the area. What truly instills fear is the immense size of the creature. When compared to nearby trees, it appears to be a figure standing between 10 to 13 feet tall. One can only hope that its presence was driven by curiosity, and it didn't intend any harm to the campers. In an autumnal forest setting, where trees stand bare without leaves, a woman captures a curious sight on her camera. She's filming a large, black, hairy creature partially obscured behind the trees.
Hey y'all, this was sent to me and it's really creepy. I don't understand how something this big and dark can fit behind such a tiny tree.
Its appearance closely resembles the legendary Bigfoot. Throughout the video, the creature exhibits peculiar behavior. At one point, it attempts to conceal itself behind one of the slender trees. Strangely, as it does so, it seems to vanish, blending seamlessly into the woodland backdrop. The footage is intriguing, sparking questions about whether this could indeed be a sighting of the elusive Bigfoot. This is really interesting footage, but I wonder how come they were able to be so close to this creature and get out alive with the footage. In this video, a woman is walking through the woods, possibly in search of her lost pet. As she films her surroundings, something unexpected catches her eye.
Oh my gosh!
She spots a large, black, hairy creature moving swiftly behind the trees. Its appearance and movement closely resemble what many would describe as Bigfoot. The suddenness of the creature's appearance and its quick disappearance behind the trees add an element of mystery and intrigue to the video. The woman's surprise is not all that enthusiastic. I would for sure be shivering if I spot something like this, but I lean more on this footage being fake. Someone in a costume ready to jump in front of their friend while filming. Do you agree? This intriguing video comes from a trail camera positioned in a snowy winter woodland. All seems quiet and calm for a while. Suddenly, the tranquility is broken by the appearance of a large creature with wild brown hair, walking on 2 feet. It moves with a deliberate humanoid gait, passing right in front of the camera. The creature closely resembles the legendary Bigfoot. The sight of such a creature in this wintry forest landscape is both captivating and bewildering. It raises the question, could this actually be the elusive Bigfoot often spoken of, but rarely seen? I have to say that the quality of the video is very poor, so I can't make out any features or details. The only thing I can see clearly is its walking, which looks very human. In this intriguing video, somewhere out in Russia, a man is out in the woods during the day with his kid, enjoying the natural surroundings. While filming their adventure, he unexpectedly captures something remarkable on camera. Behind the trees, a large, hairy creature can be seen running. It's huge and notably runs on 2 feet, bearing a striking resemblance to what many people would identify as Bigfoot or a really giant rake. The creature's size and bipedal movement are particularly noteworthy. They are human-like sprints, but also have something animalistic about them, something that will surely scare you to the core if you encountered it. From my perspective, while the footage is fascinating, and the possibility of a Bigfoot or rake sighting is thrilling, it's also likely that there could be a more practical explanation. Could this video be fake? Heading out on a forest trail can be a fun and calming adventure. But if you have an encounter like this, it surely turns into an event that you can never forget. This video comes from California, and in it, we see a car driving on a forest trail. There are two passengers in the car. One is the driver, and the other is his friend who is recording the video. As they move along the trail, they spot something big and humanoid in the distance.
Whoa! What was that?
Seeing it, the driver speeds up the car, and as they get close to it, they see this figure. Then they stop the car to follow, but the figure emits a really disturbing roar, which seems like it is warning them not to follow.
What the world?
Hearing this, the driver decides to let this thing go because venturing might be dangerous now.
I am not going in there.
And that's where the video ends. Seeing this creature's appearance, like its size, humanoid figure, it looks like what we call a Bigfoot. Do you think the same? This video originates from Provo Canyon, Utah, where a pair of hikers captured footage of what they believe to be the legendary Bigfoot. As they were exploring the woods, they noticed a presence in the distance. Initially, it appeared to be a black bear going about its business behind the trees. However, as the creature stood up, it became clear that it wasn't a bear, but something else entirely. This humanoid figure was covered in dark fur, like a gorilla. The situation took a tense turn when the creature, upon spotting the hikers recording it, became visibly angry and started charging towards them. Faced with this massive creature heading their way, the hikers wisely chose to retreat. Sprinting for their lives. The encounter was both fascinating and frightening, and the creature resembled the legendary Bigfoot. Due to the obstructing trees and branches, a definitive confirmation of its identity remains elusive. Having a companion dog with you when venturing into a forest for hiking can be crucial for your safety, and this video provides a compelling example of why. The footage recorded by a hiker shows a forest trail with a black figure standing on the other side. The figure seems to notice the hiker recording and begins to flee. The hiker's dog reacts by barking at the figure, causing it to retreat even faster.
Oh my God, no, Ziggy, no!
The creature is described as humanoid, with a strong built body covered in thick black fur, resembling a Bigfoot. The presence of the dog played a key role in deterring the creature and ensuring the hiker's safety. It prompts the consideration of what might have happened if the hiker didn't have a dog with them. The protective instincts of a canine companion can make a significant difference in encounters with wildlife, providing an added layer of security during outdoor adventures. This clip was recorded by a YouTuber who has his life devoted to just one thing: finding Bigfoot. For years, he has been trailing down the creature and has been able to find multiple video evidences that actually show everyone how they might really be true. Take this clip for instance. The guy was on one of his Sasquatch sprees when he saw a weird creature a little far from him. Taking his camera out as he zoomed into the being, he could see it was a gigantic human-like figure standing straight in the middle of all those trees.
The tree stands still there.
The figure had dark fur covering its body and a human-like posture as well. All this made it perfectly fit the definition of a Sasquatch. However, if there was a Sasquatch so close to the man, that meant there was danger too, so he ended the video and thought it better to just run to safety. Some said that that is not Bigfoot due to the fact that during the whole clip, the figure did not move at all, that it could be some weird tree branch or any other object. Do you think the same? Recorded in 2021, by another guy who has spent years of his life on finding Bigfoots, and this time he came upon a jackpot. A huge shelter in the middle of the woods, somewhere in Canada, is what he saw. Knowing that he will find some concrete evidence here, he mounted his trail camera on the tree nearby and left after recording a good bunch of videos of the shelter. As he returned the next day to see what was going on there, he saw broken trees everywhere. Shocked at what might have resulted in this situation, he took his camera and went back. At home, he found that the trail camera had recorded a couple of pictures and clips of the beast responsible for all the destruction and living in that shelter. It was a huge being with a body completely covered with black fur and a walk like a man. According to the man, this beast was feeding on rotten flesh of the animals and has been destroying trees in other places as well. And personally, this looks real to me as well. For the Bigfoot enthusiasts out there, I recently managed to create a Bigfoot figurine that I absolutely love having as decoration in my living room, or gifting to some of my friends. If you would like to get one of these for yourself, check this link on the screen or from the video's description. There's a limited number of them. While a husband and wife were up on the snow-covered mountains hiking in January 2013, they heard something strange. Eager to get it on record, the man takes out the phone and starts recording a video in case the sound emerges again. At first, we hear nothing, but then a terrifying growl can be heard echoing the mountain, scaring the couple.
Oh, this is it. Maybe it wasn't 2012, it was 2013.
As the growls started getting louder and louder, the couple thought it would be better to get out of the place. According to them, it was a remote area with hardly any humans around, and they have gone there for hiking a number of times and never heard anything like that. The scream covering the whole area sounded like a beast, all angry, ready to cause chaos anywhere it will go. Thankfully, the couple got away safe before the creature could get close to them. And to be honest, that sounded unlike any animal. So there is a big chance it was of a Sasquatch or some other deadly creature wandering in the woods. A security camera mounted in front of a house to keep an eye on intruders and burglars recorded something so unusual that it had everyone in shock. Back in 2010, this clip was recorded and uploaded by a man in Kentucky who claimed his camera had recorded a Sasquatch roaming around. According to the man, his chickens have been going missing too, and he couldn't put blame on anyone until he had gotten his hands on this footage. The creature appears for a few seconds before disappearing back into the darkness. Now, even though the man who uploaded was so convinced about this being a Sasquatch, for me, it could easily be just a human passing by the trees, and due to the darkness, it got recorded this way on the camera. Moreover, in my opinion, the quality of the clip is not really good to determine if what we saw was a Sasquatch or not. This video originates from a hunter who discovers human remains near his hunting camp, concealed in a shelter crafted from limbs and branches. After camping nearby and returning the next day for further investigation, the hunter and his companion set up a trail camera pointed towards the shelter. At sundown, they captured this. The video presents a view of the woods, featuring a shelter in the distance. Within moments, a strange figure emerges from the bushes and stands motionless for a while. This tall figure, seemingly covered in thick black fur, exhibits a humanoid posture, resembling the legendary Bigfoot. After a brief period of standing, the creature ventures back into the woods, but not before throwing a large log towards the camera, knocking it down. Though the sound setting was compromised due to the impact, the video captures this intriguing encounter. What are your thoughts on this mysterious and fascinating Bigfoot-related incident? In 1994, Paul Freeman, a renowned English actor, while conducting research in the Blue Mountains of New Oregon, captured compelling video footage of a possible Sasquatch. In this recording, taken by the actor himself, the camera focuses on the distant woods. Suddenly, a tall, dark figure resembling Bigfoot emerges, casually strolling and crossing through the woods in front of the camera.
Oh, there he goes.
The creature appears remarkably tall with thick black fur, reminiscent of the one seen in a previous video. Mounted on a quad bike, Freeman had the means to swiftly retreat if the Bigfoot decided to pursue him. Prior to this video, Freeman had encountered the creature going up and down the trail, but this recording is the only instance where he successfully captures it on film. The footage is undeniably fascinating, and to me, it appears to be a genuine and captivating glimpse of a Bigfoot in its natural habitat. This video, shared on Facebook by Harley Hoffman, a renowned Bigfoot enthusiast, claims to capture the first ever real sighting of the elusive creature. In the footage, we observe a wooded area with a dark figure moving around in the background. The humanoid figure appears to be covered in thick black fur. In a second shot from a distance, the creature's humanoid walk becomes more apparent. Notably, the creature's towering height stands out when compared to its surroundings, suggesting it could be between 7 to 9 feet tall. These characteristics align with the typical descriptions of Bigfoot by many. Numerous internet videos showcase sightings of Bigfoot, typically depicting a tall humanoid figure covered in black fur. But have you ever come across a sighting of a white Bigfoot? This particular video shows an individual venturing into a forest at night, for unknown reasons. While exploring with a flashlight, they unexpectedly encounter a creature resembling a white Bigfoot. Upon the illumination of the flashlight, the creature, resembling a white Bigfoot, swiftly runs away, disappearing into the depths of the forest. The facial features of this white Bigfoot closely resemble those of the traditional Bigfoot sightings. However, the authenticity of the video is uncertain, as the sighting is brief and the entire body of the creature isn't visible, making it challenging to determine if it's genuine or potentially a staged encounter. What are your thoughts on this intriguing video? Ever get that creepy feeling of being watched while lying in bed at night? In a video shared by a homeowner, the scene unfolds as they rest in bed, only to be disturbed by rustling noises outside the house. Grabbing a flashlight, the homeowner peeks out the window toward a distant tree. As the flashlight illuminates the area, a strange figure comes into view, reflecting the light with glowing eyes. This mysterious creature appears to be looking directly at the camera, causing the homeowner to feel uneasy and scared. Despite calling out to the creature, it remains motionless.
Hey! Who's out there?
Fixated on the camera. Throughout the 3-minute video, only the glowing eyes and the creature's outline are visible. But the homeowner suggests it could be a Bigfoot, emphasizing the creature's immense size when observed in person. What are your thoughts on what this unsettling creature might be? This video originates from Yellowtop Park and features genuine footage of a sighting believed to be Bigfoot. Right from the start, the footage reveals a massive figure with towering height moving through the woods. The creature's posture closely resembles that of a humanoid, fitting the descriptions commonly associated with Bigfoot. Cloaked in thick black fur, the creature appears robust and imposing. In the Yellowtop Park area, residents have reported multiple sightings of similar creatures, but some dismiss them as possibly being a large bear. While skepticism exists, the video, to me, appears authentic. While acknowledging the possibility of someone in a costume, the creature's walking style and posture strongly suggest the presence of the legendary Bigfoot. A hiker was exploring the deep woods of Lucas, Canada, when he stumbled upon a truly strange and captivating sight. Deep within the forest, he spotted something big and dark in the distance, prompting him to start recording. At first glance, the creature in the video seemed like a large bear, but upon closer inspection, it became clear that it wasn't a bear at all. It was something entirely different. This mysterious creature boasted a thick coat of dark brown fur, giving it a massive and humanoid appearance. Its demeanor appeared rugged, and it seemed aware of the camera's presence. After a while, it nonchalantly walked away. Considering all these characteristics, it's reasonable to think that this creature resembles what many of us refer to as Bigfoot. Bigfoots are known to avoid being recorded or observed by people, choosing to reside in densely wooded areas. Moreover, to me, the video doesn't seem to be a hoax, as the creature's movements and appearance appeared far too natural to be fake. This video is from a popular hiker and explorer, showcasing his journey into a forest. While he records himself, there's something large and black trailing behind him in the background. Surprisingly, the hiker seems oblivious to the potential threat and continues to explore casually. After taking a few more steps, the black figure appears again, this time much closer. Up close, it becomes apparent that this creature resembles what people commonly refer to as Bigfoot. Although it's not as large, it's shorter, with a wide body, covered in thick black fur, resembling a peculiar gorilla or ape. One frustrating aspect of the video is that it ends suddenly when the creature is close to the hiker, leaving us in suspense about what happened next. Among the billions of people in the world, it's often said that family is the one group you can trust in any situation. But what if that family isn't exactly who or what you think they are? This clip will make you question everything. This footage was captured by a security camera installed in a kitchen, but what it recorded is nothing short of terrifying. In the video, everything in the kitchen seems perfectly normal. A woman is standing right in the middle with her back to the camera. But something about her is wrong. You can't quite figure it out, not until you notice her arms. They hang grotesquely long, unnaturally stretching all the way to the floor like some twisted version of a human. And just when you think it can't get any worse, she slowly turns around and locks eyes with the camera, as if she's staring straight into your soul. The uploader claims that this was their own mother. But after seeing this footage, they came to a horrifying realization. The person they had been living with wasn't their mother at all. It was something far more sinister. A Skinwalker. Our world is home to a vast array of animals, with countless species roaming around, many of which we're pretty familiar with. But every now and then, something like this shows up and makes you wonder, what on earth could this be? This clip comes straight from a zoo, where a zookeeper captured footage of a truly strange-looking animal. In the video, you'll see this bizarre, monkey-like creature casually munching on what looks like a grape. At first glance, it seems like some species of monkey, until you notice the details that make it look almost alien. Its fur is thinning, giving its body an unsettlingly smooth appearance. Its hands are oddly skinny, with fingers curling in a way that's more reminiscent of a bat than a primate. And then there's the head, completely bald, almost too bald, making you wonder if this is some alien species making a casual stop on Earth. But hold up. I did some digging. Turns out, this guy isn't some extraterrestrial. It looks like an old silvery marmoset, possibly suffering from hair thinning and the wear of old age. This fella's just getting up there in years. But isn't it fascinating how age transforms these creatures? Nature has a way of surprising us. even with something as universal as growing old. There's a fine line between being brave and being downright stupid, but the guy in this video, he didn't just cross that line. He completely obliterated it, doing something most of us wouldn't even dare imagine. Man was inches away from meeting his maker. The clip you're watching comes from a Russian adventurer who decided to camp out. Wait for it. In a bear's den. Yeah, you heard that right. A bear's den. In the footage, you can see him sitting inside the den while the bear waits right outside, clearly not thrilled with his uninvited guest. The guy is visibly anxious, breathing heavily, and who could blame him? Meanwhile, the bear is standing at the entrance, growing more aggressive by the second, almost daring him to step outside. But here's where it gets wild. Somehow, by keeping calm, the man manages to avoid being torn apart. Slowly, cautiously, he begins to make his way out of the den. And just when you think it's all over, the bear leans in, giving him a good sniff, like it's some sort of casual selfie moment. The guy even records it up close, as if he's documenting a friendly encounter, when in reality, one wrong move, and he'd have been the bear's next meal. Seriously, don't ever try this. No matter how confident you are, this isn't something you can just handle. This guy got lucky, really lucky. Ever had one of those moments where your battery-operated baby toys just start playing on their own? Well, before you chalk it up to a glitch, maybe, just maybe, it's haunted. Just like what this homeowner experienced.
Is there anybody in here with us right now?
Music.
The video you just watched was uploaded by a mother who noticed her son's toy turning on by itself. In the clip, you can see the child's play area filled with toys. Nothing out of the ordinary at first glance. But then, the mother asks if anyone is there with her, and to her shock, one of the toys suddenly powers on by itself. Creepy, right? It gets weirder. She then asks whatever turned it on the first time to press a different button.
Can you press a different button on the toy?
The video cuts off after that eerie moment, but it leaves us with some seriously unsettling thoughts. I mean, this clearly wasn't just some random malfunction. How could it press a specific button on command? Safe to say, I'll be taking the batteries out of my baby's toys from now on. No way I'm risking a scene like this at home. Thinking about taking a speedboat ride, but want to add a little more flair to your adventure? How about something out of this world? Literally. This guy's got you covered, bringing a whole new meaning to riding in style with an extraterrestrial twist. This video comes from Vietnamese YouTuber Then Chi, who had a rather unusual idea for a boat. In the clip, you can see him prepping what looks like a full-on alien spaceship, casually setting it down into the water. As it touches the water, the door of this spacecraft opens on its own, just like something straight out of a science fiction movie. He climbs inside and sure enough, the interior looks just as alien as the outside, complete with spaceship vibes all around. The YouTuber grabs the steering wheel and, like it's no big deal, starts cruising down the water at impressive speed. This thing zips through the water like a proper speedboat, but it's a freaking spaceship on the surface. I mean, it's one thing to travel in style, but imagine the reaction of some unsuspecting fisherman seeing this unknown flying object like boat hurtling toward them at full speed. There's a chilling theory that ghosts and spirits exist in the elusive fourth dimension, one that we humans can't quite grasp. But every so often, if you're either incredibly lucky or downright cursed, you might just catch a fleeting glimpse of their reflection, like in this spine-tingling video. It looks like a scene straight out of a horror movie trailer. This spine-chilling video, posted on TikTok, shows a rocking chair eerily moving all on its own. But that's not even the worst part. As the cameraman pans toward a TV screen directly in front of the chair, the reflection reveals something truly unsettling. A small, childlike figure sitting in the chair, gently rocking it. Yet when the camera quickly shifts back to the chair itself, there's no one there. It's a bone-chilling thought, knowing something is sitting right in front of you, rocking away, and you can only see it through a reflection. It's enough to make you wonder what's really there that we just can't see with our own eyes. If you are enjoying this so far, consider subscribing. It really helps me keep this channel going. Been a while since you hit up a truly electrifying party? Well, no worries. Your overhead power lines and transformers might be planning a little surprise party for the whole neighborhood. That looks like fireworks, doesn't it? This video, uploaded from India to Reddit, shows a terrifying electrical malfunction that could easily be mistaken for a fireworks display. In the footage, the entire neighborhood is suddenly lit up by what seems like a shower of sparks. But the crackling sound reveals the truth. Those aren't fireworks. The electrical lines are making contact, creating dangerous arcs of electricity, and even the transformer is on the verge of exploding from the short-circuited power. The whole fireworks show of sparks and arcs lasts for about 10 intense seconds until the transformer finally gives up and explodes. Witnessing something like this in person would be terrifying. It's not just your home appliances that are at risk. Your life is too. It could easily set something on fire or bring a live wire crashing down. Definitely not the kind of party you want to RSVP to. There are some things in life that just shouldn't be possible. Until nature decides to pull a wild card. Like a dog stuck inside a tree trunk. I know, it sounds unreal, but watch for yourself.
There's the doggy. Come on. How was that ride?
This next video is a heartwarming rescue, but it leaves us scratching our heads wondering how in the world it even happened. In the clip, you see a man, likely a hunter, using a chainsaw to cut through the base of a large tree. He's nearly finished sawing through it, and as the final cut is made, the tree slowly falls to the ground. But to everyone's shock, a dog emerges from its hollow trunk. That's right. The whole rescue was to free a dog trapped inside. I'm thrilled the dog made it out safe. But I've got so many questions. Like, how in the world did this dog even get stuck in there in the first place? The cameraman mentions something about the dog chasing a squirrel.
Said, Dad, I didn't get the squirrel.
What happened to the squirrel, baby?
The squirrel got away.
But seriously, how did the dog manage to climb that high and then end up inside the trunk? It's a heartwarming moment, sure, but also one heck of a confusing mystery. Have you ever heard those eerie, faint knocking noises coming from your walls or ceiling, only to dismiss them as figments of your imagination? What if it's not just in our heads? This unsettling video comes from Mexico, where a homeowner noticed a strange creature peeking out from a wall in his storeroom. In the clip, he shines a flashlight into a wall cavity, and to his horror, something is staring back at him. A large, human-like eye is fixed on him from that tiny opening, gazing directly into the camera. It's genuinely eerie not knowing what's on the other side. At first glance, you might think it's just a cat. But seriously, how did it even get inside the wall? And why is it staring as if it wants to haunt our dreams? Whatever this creature is, I'm definitely sealing up all my wall cavities from now on. That's for sure. There are countless interpretations of how angels might appear. Some envision them as humans, others imagine them as radiant beings of light. But then there's the unsettling biblical description that looks like this.
This one's you. Look at this.
This captivating video was captured by a family on a road trip who happened to stumble upon a breathtaking sky and decided to record it. As they pan across the beautiful clouds, a colossal bird-like creature suddenly materializes. It's absolutely immense, and that eye just stares blankly into the heavens. This is what the biblical description of an angel might look like. But before you start looking nervously at the sky while driving, remember that this video is actually a stunning piece of computer-generated imagery. Still, it boggles my mind how easily we can transform our wildest imaginations into such vivid visual creations. It's truly amazing what technology can do. Some people believe we live in a simulation, and that occasionally glitches occur that we just can't explain. Well, this next video captures a supposed glitch that will truly boggle your mind. This intriguing footage comes from a cafe where a man recorded a bizarre sight that's both confusing and surreal. As he's about to step outside, he notices a black car parked on the street in front of him. But here's the confusing thing. The back half of the car is black, while the front half, just behind the glass door, is completely white, almost as if it belongs to a different vehicle altogether. As the cameraman pans around, he catches a glimpse through the mirror, revealing that the car is indeed white. Yet, when you look at it directly, it appears black. It's a perplexing sight, until you realize it's all due to this being also a reflecting mirror, probably bouncing back another car parked on the opposite side of the door. The homes and fences in the reflection are likely the same as those on the other side, creating this mind-bending visual effect. Isn't it fascinating how our perception can be manipulated so easily? This little incident serves as a reminder of just how strange our reality can sometimes be. Natural disasters always remind us of our utter helplessness in the face of nature's fury. However, amidst the chaos, these brave hotel staff members in China are doing everything they can to fight against one of nature's most brutal forces. What a sight. This video shows a group of hotel workers battling a powerful typhoon in China. The storm unleashes its fury, with torrential rain and fierce winds whipping through the streets like a flash flood. The hotel staff is desperately trying to hold the door closed against this overwhelming force of nature. You can see the wind pushing against the door with such intensity that it nearly swings open, but somehow the workers manage to slam it shut just in time. While their efforts are commendable, it's a perilous situation. Those glass doors could shatter at any moment, putting them at serious risk. Seriously, guys, are you even getting paid enough for this? It's a tense moment that really highlights both the bravery and the madness of trying to stand strong against nature's wrath. This next video we got captures a heart-stopping cinematic rescue of a 4-year-old girl from the clutches of a devastating flood in Austria. This incredible footage was captured by a homeowner stranded on their roof during the flood. In the video, you can see a Black Hawk helicopter hovering above a house, ready to spring into action. As the cameraman zooms in, it becomes clear that a rescue worker is on the roof with the little girl, both anxiously awaiting the helicopter's assistance. The Black Hawk expertly lowers a rope, which the rescue worker quickly secures around their harness. With precision and care, they are lifted into the air, showcasing the incredible skill of the rescue team. It's a heart-pounding moment that feels straight out of an action movie. In situations like this, air rescues are undoubtedly the safest and most effective way to save lives. Kudos to the team for their bravery and quick thinking. If you got so far in the video, it means you're a dedicated viewer. Thank you. And if you subscribe and hit the bell button, I promise to keep posting these for you to enjoy. Imagine living in a country so incredibly oil-rich that it literally spills right out of the ground without any drilling required. Welcome to Algeria, where the earth itself reveals its bounty in astonishing ways. Oil, oil everywhere. This video comes from the Algerian desert, where a group of workers stumbled upon an astonishing oil spring in the sand. In the footage, you can see the crude oil rushing out of the ground on its own, spreading across the desert landscape. What's remarkable is that while most countries invest millions of dollars in drilling and exploring oil reservoirs, Algeria is so abundant in oil that it practically flows to the surface with just a simple dig. It's fascinating to witness such a natural phenomenon, showcasing the wealth of resources Algeria has beneath its soil. We've all been there, grumbling about the price of honey, but have you ever paused to consider the incredible journey it takes to reach your table? This eye-opening video pulls back the curtain on the intricate and often perilous process of honey harvesting. This next video comes from a honey harvester, showcasing the terrifying reality of the job. In the footage, you can see thousands of honeybees clinging to their hives, and among them, our brave harvester stands high above, secured to a cliff with a white bucket in hand. He's hundreds of feet in the air, carefully picking a hive and placing it into the bucket. Then, he calls out to his team below to lower it down, all while being surrounded by a cloud of buzzing bees. It looks absolutely terrifying. You can hardly see the harvester beneath the thick layer of bees enveloping him. It's a pretty scary job. But this is how we get our pure honey. So the next time you buy a jar, remember the brave souls who risk it all for that sweet golden goodness. Are you considering joining a ship crew because the pay seems enticing? Before you dive in headfirst, take a moment to watch this eye-opening video. You might want to think twice. This is pretty terrifying. This video captures a ship navigating through massive, ferocious ocean waves at night. You can see the waves rising up like mountains, while the ship swings up and down as if it were a toy. Surprisingly, it manages to stay balanced. But those towering waves are high enough to send this massive vessel airborne for a moment. This footage reveals the true horror of the ocean and what it's like out there in the dark. Honestly, I think I'd prefer my 9-to-5 job over braving the seas at night, even if it paid millions. Planning a trip, but your kid's already driving you up the wall with all the fuss. Well, what if you could pack them up in a travel-friendly size? Just like this clever squirrel did. This video comes from a homeowner who captured a truly wholesome moment in their backyard. In the footage, we see a black squirrel hiding under a bush with what appears to be her little one. The little squirrel seems a bit naughty and takes off, prompting the mother to call it back. When it finally returns, she starts folding it up. Yes, you saw that right. She literally folds her little one into a more compact size, then picks it up in her mouth and scurries away. It's a cute and hilarious moment that showcases animal parenting in a unique way. It might look convenient for the mother, but I can't help but wonder if that little fella appreciates the arrangement. Earth, the solid foundation beneath our feet, the very ground we rely on for safety and stability. We tend to take it for granted, believing it will always hold firm. But a shocking incident in California has shaken that trust to its core.
Slides, instability. This morning, the Rancho Palos Verdes area is facing new obstacles.
Yeah, another neighbor. This video comes from a news channel showcasing bizarre cracks appearing in the metropolitan area of Los Angeles, California. Captured from a helicopter, the footage reveals roads sinking as if something is melting them away. The pavement shows significant bumps, and even the tennis courts are riddled with enormous cracks. The metropolitan roads are suffering severe damage, with these fissures nearly splitting them apart at various points. It's a strange phenomenon to witness, with the ground behaving in such an unsettling manner. Let's hope this doesn't lead to any major damage to buildings, or even more importantly, to lives. There are two kinds of people in this world: those who wholeheartedly believe in the existence of aliens, and those who dismiss the idea as mere fantasy. If you find yourself in the skeptical camp, get ready. This next video is for you.
What?
Ma, you see this?
No. Holy shit!
What
The hell is that?
What is happening?
This next video was uploaded on TikTok. Captured by a boy strolling in his backyard at nighttime. In the footage, he zooms in on some strange lights flickering in the distance. These lights flash in red and blue, reminiscent of police sirens. You can hear the sheer tension and confusion in the boy's voice as he records this phenomenon.
Oh my god, what the fuck is happening? What is that? What is that?
The video is captioned with the suggestion that these lights are from an alien spaceship. But I'm a bit skeptical. I suspect these lights might be installed on a mountain nearby, obscured by nighttime visibility and fog. However, if I'm wrong, then there's definitely something extraterrestrial going on. Maybe even an alien police force, who knows? For more captivating content like this, click here. Thank you for tuning in.